Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be trading again with pocket option, and over here I have a very great strategy. This is one of the strategies I've used in the past and it was very accurate, very effective. And over here I've did some setting on it. I've been trying this for a couple of days and it was very amazing. So this what's it called, I want you guys to step up because this video is one of the best video that you don't want to miss. I'm telling you, this is a very great video. The strategy is very easy to spot, and at the same time it was very accurate, like very effective. So I want you guys to step up on this. So over here we have three indicators that we're using on the strategy. The first indicator I'm using is called parabolic SAR. All right, and over here the acceleration here in the input is 0.05, while the maximum acceleration is 0.2. Over here I use I use this color on the main line. I take the line to be on 2 pixels. So that's pretty much what I do on the parabolic part. So when you're done, you hit set. The second indicator we're using is called moving average. All right, with a period of 25. The moving average here is EMA. Right, we're using EMA, not SMA. And on the style part here I use a bicolor. Don't forget that. Of course I actually take this on 2 pixel as well. So when you're done, you hit save. So we're actually using 2 moving average. So the last indicator is another moving average with a period of 6. Of course, with the moving average over here should be EMA. All right, so over here we're using cell color, and of course we are having this on 2 pixel as well, the thickness of the line. All right, so when you're done, you hit set. So guys, how the strategy works, in a couple of moments I'm going to show you how it works, but before then let me actually put up my concept here. We are doing this on 1 minute. Don't forget that this is 1 minute strategy, and of course on 1 minute can do time frame. All right, so pretty much I'm doing this on I'm not actually doing this on Kandu. I'm doing this on Heineken Ashi. All right, it actually works great too on Heineken. I was on Kandu as well, but I just love using this on Heineken Ashi. So right now I'm going to put up my currency here. So when I'm when I'm done, I'm come down and take a trade. All right, so I'm only doing this on a normal market. All right, so let me put my currency pair up right here, guys. Okay guys, for right now I have my currency pair up right here. So how the strategy works, of course I'm going to tell you when I take my first trade. So right now I'm analyzing the market. So when I get a good moment, I'll come down and take a trade. Of course I'm going to explain in full details what you need to see before you place a trade using the strategy. All right, so right now we're analyzing, guys. Okay guys, so over here I'm actually watching this particular piece here. So let me see actually, okay, I get a very good moment here. I'm going to place a trade on this. All right, so that's our first trade. So let me actually explain real quick what I said before I enter a trade. This strategy, for those of you who've actually followed, I think for a couple of months I've actually used the strategy, but it's still the same explanation. I just actually changed the setting. But the number one thing we are looking at here when it's come to this strategy is to make sure that our 2 moving average intersect. That's the number one thing. The intersection would happen when I actually take the trade the other time. You see that I actually wait to make sure that I have at the intersection of our both moving average before I place the trade. So that is what you need to look for. The number one thing is to make sure that the intersection occurs. As you can see, the red and the green must actually crosses each other. You must have your red, if you're taking the trades to go up, you must have your red moving average to be above the green. As you can see, our red here, it's above the green down here. So the intersection must happen. That's the number one thing you need to see, and you must have your red above the green. So when that happens, make sure that you're you're actually checking out you can see the money and that. Make sure you're actually checking out too with your parabolic. The parabolic must be following the trend as well. As you can see over here, the parabolic is actually heading up, the dot is actually heading up. So when I see that and I see the intersection happen, I know that this is definitely going to be a good moment for me. So that's the reason why I actually play the trade. But you need to be very careful when it's come to the parabolic SR. Always make sure that you're taking a trade when there's when the parabolic is just starting out. For example, you just need to have like 4 or 5 of the dots before you place a trade. And the most important thing, the intersection of your of your 2 moving average must happen. The green and the red must cross each other. If you are taking a trade to go up, you must have the red line to be above the green, and make sure that this just happened. Like you only looking out when it's just happened, not that you have it for a long time. All right, make sure that they're just happening in the market, because we're actually following the trend. So as the trend is going up and the intersection of the both moving average happen, you have your you have your red above the green if you're taking a trade to go up, or you have your green below above the red if you're taking the trade to come down. But we're still going to talk about that. But the most important thing, make sure that they're just happening in the trend, and the same thing with your parabolic SAR. So when you have that moment, it will be a very great moment for you to place a trade. I hope that is clear. So that's pretty much all you have to look at. So right now I'm analyzing again. So when I get another good moment, I'll take a trade. I'm actually looking out what's it called, on the sell trade, to see if I'm going to have a moment on that, and if I did, I'm going to explain again what you need to see on that before you take a trade as well. So right now I'm analyzing, guys. When I get a good moment, I'll come down and take a trade. Okay guys, so over here, if you actually check out this PS right here now, as you can see, it's actually forming to intersect. We have our parabolic SAR actually jutting out here. As you can see, the parabolic SAR just started here. The both line, it's not intersect yet, but I'm so certain that if the trend is still going up, we're gonna have an intersection on the next candle. Alright, that's just what I'm waiting for. We have like a 14 seconds to actually close this particular candle here. So let's wait and see if we're gonna have, if the next candle is going to make sense so that we can place the trade on it. All right, so I'm actually starting this out, right? So let's wait and see, guys. As you can see, the second candle is actually forming out again, but we never have, the intersection hasn't really happened. Always make sure that confirm the intersection before you enter a trade is very important. So it doesn't happen yet. It means that this particular candle wasn't really giving the strong signal, so we need to wait. So I think I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to fast forward it, stay on the analysis, but I'm definitely going to put the eye on this particular trade. So immediately in intersect, I'm going to enter a trade. And of course, I'm going to show you guys. I think it's going to do that on the next candle. Well, let's hope it's going to happen. Okay guys, it never did. The candle wasn't strong enough, and as you can see, the market is reversing back. So that's the more reason why you need to wait for you to have the confirmation of your indicator intersection before you enter a trade. All right, this is no longer a good moment for you to enter a trade because our parabolic has been staying for long, and then we are having a weak signal on the both candles. So right now I'm going to leave this trade and keep analyzing. All right, okay guys, a very good moment here. I'm going to enter this trade. We're having a very good moment on this one. So I place a trade on that. As you can see, the same thing happened here, the intersection just happening. So it means that this particular candle here is actually taking the lead. The market is actually going up in a good moment. So I know that in a couple of few seconds, I'll be having a pull up in the market, which is actually happening right now. So the intersection just happened. If you check our parabolic SAR, our parabolic SAR is actually really strong following the trend. As you can see, I actually place the, what's it called, the market here. So when the parabolic dot is just 4, and then I just say that what's it called, the bottom line here just intersect. So that's when I place the trade. So guys, please, this is what you all need to put in mind. This is a very easy strategy, and if you actually follow all the guidelines I put here, you're definitely going to be on a very good moment. I'm so certain of that. You're definitely going to be on at least 80% of your trade should be on the win. All right, so make sure that you always take a trade when the intersection is happening. All right, it's not really what's it called, easy for you to get that moment, but always make sure that you are taking the trade when the intersection is happening. So you can see me the money on that as well. So let's make sure you're taking a trade when the trade to go up. You need to have the red to be above the green, and make sure that your parabolic too is following the trend, just starting out. All right, so that was just it. So right now I'll be analyzing again. I think I'll be taking my last trade. I'm actually finding a moment of what's it called, of a downtrend, so that I can actually explain that. I think let me find that moment. So when I get a moment on that, I'm definitely going to place the trade, and of course I'm going to explain again what you need to see on the down part as well. All right, hello guys. Okay, another thing you need to look at, I just captured this moment and I want to explain it real quick. Another thing you need to look at, as you can see, our both moving average is actually intersect here on this particular trade, on this particular PS. But when you check the parabolic SL, the parabolic has been on for a very long time, so which means that this market wasn't really strong. And it's true, when you check right from this candle, you can see that it wasn't really strong. So I won't advise you, it's possible that the trade is actually going up, but you need to confirm that. So I won't advise you to actually place the trade on the pairs like this when you have your parabolic for a long time, even if you're having a good signal with the moving average. All right, so always make sure that you're getting the signal in every indicator you have here before you place the trade. Is very important because of the reversal. So right now I'll be analyzing, I'll keep on analyzing. So when I get the moment, I'll come down and take a trade. Of course, I'm going to explain again. Okay guys, so over here I'm checking out this trade. Okay, the intersection is about to happen, so I'm actually waiting on the next candle for that to happen. Okay, as you can see, the intersection happened. I'm placing a 2 trade on that. Okay, I actually find this, sorry guys, so I actually find it's take me a long time before I actually get this moment right here. As you can see over here on the parabolic SR is just starting out. And over on this part, if you are taking a trade to come down, you must have the grain. You know, when you're taking a trade to go up, which is the buy trade, we only need to have the red above. But on this one, we need to have the grain above the red. Don't forget the intersection must happen. It's very important. You must have your intersection happening. The red and the green must cross each other. If you're taking a trade to come down, you must have your green moving average above the red one. All right, it's very important. Your parabolic SL2 must be following the trend, heading down in a good position before you enter a trade. So guys, let's wait and see. I think we have less than 6 seconds to close this trade. Okay, I think we have 2-1 right there, and we in the money on the trade. All right, so guys, this is where I'm going to stop today's video. I hope you understand. This is a very amazing strategy. Like I've said before I start the video, this is a very great strategy. If you actually put all I said here in in position, I am guaranteed that you're going to have at least 80% winning rate with this strategy. Trust me on that. All right, always make sure that you are you follow all the explanation I made on this video. On each trade I take, make sure that the intersection of the two moving average is happening. It is very important the intersection is happening, and make sure that they're just happening in the trend. You know, everything is about the trend here. Make sure that it is just happening, not that they have been happening for a very long time. All right, always make sure that your parabolic SR is just starting out. Maybe it's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. It's still great, but always make sure, the most important thing is to make sure that the intersection of your both moving average occurred, the intersection just happened, and make sure that you're following the trend. The same thing should happen with your moving average. With your parabolic SAR is very important. So guys, this is where I'm going to stop on today's video. I hope you like this video. Actually, on a very good profit on this one. I hope you like this video. If you like, on the description, make sure you join the community and you'll be the first to know each time I post a video. I have something important to share with you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you on another video.